Russia-Ukraine news. 3 nuclear blast. A review of wet plutonium. I realize you must think I've lost my mind, but bear with me here. This is actually quite brilliant. Exactly how one pun could have snowballed into the nuclear power trio is beyond me, but here we are. 3 men dressed as dictators played a brilliant instrumental metal set with a Latin fusion sound. I was hooked on their EP A Clear and Present Rager 3 years ago because of the hilarious music video that accompanied it. Their first full-length album is titled Wet Ass Plutonium. Is there enough substance for a full album from an instrumental band on the verge of becoming a novelty act? I'm sorry to be a spoiler, but the answer is yes. There's serious musicianship hiding behind the goofy themes. Wet Ass Plutonium has improved since their debut album, A Clear and Present Rage. The trademark lyrical triumphant guitar leads, scorching slap bass, and complex, high-energy drumming of Nuclear Power Trio are all present and accounted for. However, the Latin influence is more pronounced here. There's a flamenco prelude to Vamos, Brandito. Brass flourishes on Netflix and Chill, and sax on Anti-Saxers, Mandatory Saxonation. They also incorporate some Miami synthwave into the mix, critical bass theory, making it sound like they've been jamming with the Night Flight Orchestra. Not only does Air Force Fun feature a harp, but the opening to Red Scare Bear Stare is played on classical guitar. This is all a seamless component of their style. This album is only 37 minutes long, which is a smart choice. It gives them room to experiment with the new aspects of their sound without becoming tedious. There's only so much one can take of soaring guitar solos. Keeping the songs short helps mitigate this problem, as do the additions from different genres that prevent them from sounding too repetitive. The slower, snark side of the in the album's middle is hit or miss, and Red Scare Bear Stare at the album's end doesn't push as hard as the rest of the album. Still, I feel like I'm picking at minor details here. The production is the main reason I don't like this. It's not terrible, but it does feel very compressed at DR5. The instruments don't stand out as much as I'd like them to, and when I listened with my everyday headphones, the mix became very murky, with the drums and some of the bass becoming lost in the mix. The performances in this piece are stellar, making the production problems all the more frustrating. Especially brilliant is Rumored Job for a Cowboy and Havoc sideman Vladimir Putin on KG bass, ha! I feel terrible for all the albums where the bass is reduced to a faint rumble. Putin will not be marginalized, and the bass finally gets the respect it deserves thanks to Nuclear Power Trio. The subtleties of the performance are better conveyed with a more naturalistic bass production that avoids excessive distortion. Meanwhile, guitarist Donald Trump, apparently of a legion, delivers soaring lead melody after soaring lead melody. Kim Jong-un, who apparently also plays drums with Putin in Havoc, creates intricate drum patterns and memorable percussion solos. 1 Several guest guitarists from other bands, including Chris Broderick, formerly of Megadeth, and Scott Carstairs of Fallujah, contribute a variety of fitting solos, though I'm not sure who plays what. Wet Ass Plutonium is a smashing success, despite a few minor complaints, which I shall file from a safe distance, and then open my door with gloves on. Masks and hilarious puns aside, this is just an excuse to play some fantastic music. It's upbeat, memorable, and a great time all around. I don't know what to do for you if you can listen to songs like WAP, Wet Ass Plutonium, and not feel the nuclear energy. Metal doesn't have to be depressing, right?